welcome back to my channel for another video, and happy belated New Year. I am so happy to see you. I mean, technically you're seeing me, but I feel like we're seeing each other. That's that weird YouTube thing where I'm talking to a camera, but I also know that I'm talking to all of you. And it's been a little bit. I spent most of December focused on spending time with my kids and being the best mom and enjoying being on break because I had a 10-day holiday break and my kids had an even longer one. I have also been thinking a lot. I kind of started late. I know everybody else has posted all their 2024, out with the old and in with the new videos kind of leading up to New Year. I'm behind because I was on holiday and also because I just wanted to take my time and really think through what I wanted for 2024. And now I'm going to share with you my 12 goals and my 12 habits for 2024. So I wanted to start with the 12 goals that I have for 2024 and then share with you the 12 habits that will help me to attain those goals. So a lot of the habits are things that might fit for just one goal, and some of them will help me just in general with all of my goals or most of them. I didn't put these in any specific order because I want all the things. If you've been on my channel before, you know I definitely, if you can't tell by now, have ADHD. I do hyper-focus a lot, and I also think that I have more time in the day than I do. But these goals I'm very excited for, and I definitely know that I can attain every single one of them. Number one, I want to finish the trophy wife. I did post a video back in December about my writing goals. I didn't write the 20,000 words, and that is okay. I'm kind of starting fresh. I'm hoping that I can get to that schedule that I mapped out or as close to it as possible. But I definitely want to finish the first draft, and then I do want to get one full edit of the trophy wife completed in 2024. Number two, I want to end this year's worth of classes with a total GPA of 3.80. I currently have a 3.69 and I would like to boost that up. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit a 4.0 because I'm not there right now, and there's just, I don't feel like, I don't know how GPAs work, and I really just don't think that there's a way to then recover and somehow be at a 4.0 when I have 1B. Everything else so far has been an A, and I have 1B, and I would like to keep it that way. And my goal is to get up to a 3.80 and maintain that. I am currently enrolled at Full Sail University, and their Bachelor of Fine Arts in Creative Writing degree. It is all online, and it is a fast-paced program. I believe I finish and get my degree in November of 2025. So goal number three, I want to pay off $5,000 in debt. That doesn't all mean that I have collections debt. That includes I want to be paying down my car payment. I want to pay off, I have a credit card. I actually just made a large payment on my credit card today, which then obviously opens up the available balance, but I'm still going to count that towards paying off my debt because there's a certain amount of it that was interest and then like late fees and interest and things like that that won't be accrued again. So I'm not going to count the full payment that I made, but I am going to count anything that I'm able to knock off of my total amount of debt as of when I wrote down my debt snowball. So $5,000 worth of debt, that includes payments on the interest on my car payment or like the total amount that I owe on my car, as well as any other like bad credit debt because I have a really trash credit score. So my number four goal is I want to read 75 books. That's a huge number. That is an insane number of books, especially when I tell you that I can tell you of 2 books I read last year. One was a novella, but I want to say I read 3 to 4 because I feel like that's correct, but I also don't remember what the other 2 would be. But we're still gonna we're gonna give me a little grace and say I read 3 to 4 books, even though I don't know what they are. I did read The Evidence of the Affair, which I absolutely loved, and that's a 5-star. It's a novella by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and then I read the Matthew Perry autobiography. I read that in like November. So I want to go from 2 to 75, but I know I can do it. I talk about this a little bit more in the reading vlog that I did today because I already have 1 book I can check off. And I want to get back into listening to more audiobooks. And I also want to expand my horizons. I want to start reading more graphic novels. I also know that some of these books will be books I read with my children. I'm not counting like small books that I read like when I'm helping them with homework or something, but the kids and I are going to pick one book every month or two. It just depends on how long it takes us to get through it, and we're going to start reading that book together. And that also means that we're going to be bringing a lot more bookish content back to the channel. Goal number 5, I want to lose 50 pounds. This is a hard thing for me to say because every year I get up there and I'm like, I'm gonna lose all my weight, which is like 80 to 90 pounds, and then I don't, and then I'm frustrated because I'm still overweight. So I'm being more realistic with myself, and now 50 pounds is still a lot, but last year I actually lost 30 pounds. So I haven't been on those scale. I weighed myself, I think, last week at my parents' house, and I had regained back a few pounds. So I think I gotten down to like 225, 220, and as of last week, I think I was 230 again, which is like this one spot, like I can't seem to like stay off of the 230, but I had gotten up to, I want to say 256, and then I got down to 230. So, and I had gone lower, and then I gained back some. But the point is, I had lost actually a little over 30 pounds, and then I gained a little bit back. So I want to get back to doing the things that I did when I lost my 30 pounds, and I did it very quickly. I did it from the end of it. I started at the end of April, and I think I hit my goal at the beginning of August. So within just a few months, I had lost a significant amount of weight, and I have still kept most of it off. But I don't want to keep creeping up there with my weight. I want to lose more. I want to be realistic, but I also know that when I did lose weight, I was not always doing it in the most healthy way, and I want to avoid that this time. And so I want to lose 50 pounds, and I'm going to take you guys along with me on that journey, so that will also be something that I will be sharing on my channel. Number 6, I want to post 100 YouTube videos. In past years, I focused on trying to do TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all of the things. This year, I just want to do Instagram and YouTube. I'm not even going to bother with TikTok right now. I do want to start sharing more reels on Instagram too and having fun with it. But YouTube, even though it is my smallest platform, is the one I love the most. So I want to dedicate more of my time to YouTube and posting videos and being consistent and having tons of fun, which means that there is going to be a little bit of a change, not really a change, but just a shift in my content slightly. I'm still going to be doing writing content and a lot more bookish content, but I'm also going to just be doing more general, this is my life content as well. And I feel like that's probably going to be in like vlogs. One of the reasons I realized that I barely filmed anything last year is because I wasn't doing the things that my channel is about. How can I talk about writing if I'm not writing? How can I come on here and talk about books if I'm in a massive reading slump? There's nothing to talk about other than my life. The point is, if I'm not doing the things my channel's about, I have nothing to share with you. But that's not really true. There was a lot of really fun and exciting things that were going on last year. I just didn't know how to bring that in when that's not what my channel's about. And so from now on, I mean, the channel is not Amara Franklin Writes or Amara Franklin Reads. The channel has always been called Amara Franklin. And I just want to share my life with you, whether that's my process of losing weight, the books that I'm reading, the words that I'm writing, and everything in between. So there is going to be, I want to bring back coffee talks where we just pull up the camera while I'm on my coffee break at work and we talk about a topic, or I sit down and do a dedicated writing vlog, or I just filmed a dedicated reading vlog, or just some random mix of everything where I'm just taking you around during a week of my life and showing you the days that I'm reading, how it's going in school, the fun, crazy things I'm doing with my kids, and all of the things, right? So that's a long way of saying there's going to be a lot more content, and I hope you come along with me. Number 7, along with posting 100 videos to YouTube, I want to become monetized. Yes, part of that is like, and by saying that, it's not just like I want money, it's that I want to be able to hit that milestone of saying that I have done all the things. I posted the content, you're engaging with the content, you're having fun with me, we're vibing here. And by doing all that work, I now have 1,000 subscribers and 400 hours of watch time. And so that's just a big milestone, and I just really want to hit it. And I would love some additional income. I'm a single mom, so I'm not gonna, you know, be disappointed with some extra income. Even if it's just enough for me to get a Starbucks, like let's do it. So that is another goal that I have. Along with that, I can't tell you what the next 2 goals are specifically because they are secret projects. But goal number 8 is to launch secret project number 1, and goal number 9 is to launch secret project number 2. My goal for secret project number 2 is to have that ready to share with you by January 31st. Don't hold me to that because I don't know if I'm ready for that. I think I am. So there will be probably some sort of coffee talk coming out soon with more information about that, whether I go into details of what it is or just be super vague and cryptic and tell you like where we're at date-wise. Okay, goal number 10, I want to create at least 7 individual streams of income. Now that doesn't mean that I want all of them to be big sources of income, but all 7 will help overall, because I'm a single mom and I have bills to pay and debt to pay off, and I want to eventually, you know, I want to do things and I want to be able to do things. My 7 streams of income, I do know what those all are, and I can kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking. So obviously number 1 is going to be my job. Number 2, I do currently do, and that's DoorDash on the side. I will hop in my car, pick up some McDonald's and drop it off at somebody's house and collect a little bit of extra money. Ideally though, I would love one of these others, these other streams of income to be able to take that over, and I can get rid of that because that's just not how I want to spend my time. I have projects and kids and school and all the things that I want to do in my ADHD brain. I don't want to drive around and pick up people's McDonald's and drop it off at the door if I could be spending my time doing something else. But in the meantime, that is an income source, and it is something that has been helping me quite a bit. Income stream number 3, ideally, will be becoming monetized on YouTube and getting a little bit of that YouTube money. Income stream number 4 would be just through like my Ko-fi page, where I have like certain things that I can sell. Right now I do have like free downloads that you can download, or you can choose it's like a pay your own model. So maybe making a little bit of money by consistently posting products on my Ko-fi page. I know income stream number 5, I did just sign up for my Works employee stock purchase plan, and I think that they do pay dividends. I think like every quarter you get a little bit of money from the dividends. I think that's how that works. I'm new to investing in the stock market, but it's something that I'm trying out. And then income streams 6 and 7 would be side project number 1 and side project number 2. I also have an idea of a side project number 3 that I didn't put on my goals, but that would also be an additional source of income that hopefully one of these sources would be able to boot out DoorDash, and so that would make it actually 7 streams of income. But right now, if I do all of those other side projects, would be 8. Goal number 11 is going to be to save $3,200 this year in my emergency fund, because right now my emergency fund is $0, and we all need something in case of an emergency. So they say that you should have at least 2 to 3 months of expenses in your emergency fund. So that is something that I want to start building up on. So I want to start with $3,200 this year. Sorry that so many of my goals are financial, and if that makes you uncomfortable, I apologize. But I also think that we need to normalize talking about these things, right? Goal number 12 is to raise my credit score to a 6.0, which is not great. You still can't do much with a 6.0. I want to become in a better financial state in terms of debt and credit and savings, all of the things. So those are my goals for 2024. So we're gonna spend the next half of the video talking about how we're gonna get to these goals. So these are just quickly 12 habits that I want to start incorporating into my daily life to help me get to these goals. Now, how am I going to track this at the end of the year? I decided I'm gonna basically give myself a grade every single month and then average it out at the end of the year. A C or higher is going to be passing. And we'll say that for the most part, or definitely, I was able to accomplish the goal of creating that habit. Anything less than a C, I did not do it. So, for example, goal number 1 is writing 3,000 words per week. So I'll basically be keeping track every week of if I wrote the 3,000 words. And if at the end of the month I get 12,000, then that's an A, or anything less than that, I will basically score myself accordingly. And then at the end of the year, we'll decide if I can say I was successful in that goal. Because I'm not gonna say I didn't reach it if I wrote 12,000 words every month, except for like a few weeks here and there, or when I took breaks to put the novel aside or something like that. Let's go back to the habit number 1, and that's to write 3,000 words per week. By doing that, that will equal 12,000 words per month, and I feel like that will help me definitely accomplish getting the trophy wife completed. So for habit number 2, I want to make sure that all of my school assignments are turned in on time or early. I only had a couple of assignments this whole time that I've been back in school that were not on time, but I also do this thing where I'm like, oh cool, I think it'll only take me 2 hours to do it, so I'm going to start it 2 hours before it's due. That's not gonna fly anymore, not if I wanna end with a 3.8 GPA. So if it's due on Wednesday, I want it done by Tuesday. Habit number 3, I want to create and maintain a budget. I have created kind of a master budget, but obviously things can fluctuate. The important thing is that then I stick to that budget. I'm also starting the cash envelope system, where there's some bills and things that I have to pay on my card, but anything that I can pull physically out in cash and use that, I'm going to, because I do spend less money when I physically have cash than when the money's on my card. Habit number 4, this will help me with my emergency fund goal, is I want to start a savings challenge, and actually we'll put up a photo of the one that I created. Obviously, I didn't make this up. I just adjusted a savings challenge to something that I feel like would work better for me. So there's 52 weeks in the year, so you're supposed to put this in weekly. I might do it monthly, bi-weekly, like however that goes. Essentially, I will be filling out or checking off these little squares. I think I did like 13 $10, 13 20s, 13 25s, and 13 $30. And so just when I can, I will throw $10 into my savings challenge. So if I'm doing my cash envelopes, and let's say, for example, I had allotted myself $30 a month to go get coffee and I only spent 20 of it, I have $10 more left. I can choose to keep it in my coffee fund, or I can move it from that coffee fund, because every month I'm gonna put another $30 or whatever. I can't remember what my budget for that is. But since the next month I'm gonna put a new 30 in there, I can take that $10 and I can just put it in to my savings and then check off one of the envelopes. And then on top of that, I will plan to fill out at least 2 of those envelopes every month. Habit number 5 is I'm going to read graphic novels and listen to audiobooks when working. So obviously I'm not gonna read graphic novels when working, but I do have a lot of time during my workday where I'm not speaking to customers and I'm just working on tasks or projects and things like that. And those are times that I can be listening to an audiobook. I did that during the reading vlog I just did, and it worked really, really well. I listened to an entire book in 2 days while I cleaned my house, ran errands, worked, made food, all of those little times that I could be, you know, just listening to music or doing something else. Instead, I can be listening to a book. And I do, again, want to get into graphic novels and manga just because I'm interested in that genre of fiction. Habit number 6, I want to close the loops on my Apple Watch every single day, which also means I need to keep that thing charged and wear it. But I want to update my loops, make sure that it's realistic, because the last time I filled those out, it was a little intense. And just keep this as something that even if it's a day where I'm not working out, I can still be getting movement on my body, doing yoga in the morning, walking, parking farther away, getting steps in, doing those kinds of things that keep me active and moving, even on a day that I'm not doing a quote unquote like workout. Along with that, number 7, and I want to work out 4 to 5 times every single week. So that could be walking on my walking pad, doing a kettlebell workout, something like that. I did not join a gym when I moved just because, again, I'm trying to save money, and there's so much free content on YouTube to help you move your body, and I have that walking pad. We have finally made up after the walking pad shattered my finger, now that it is healed, and I do enjoy walking on it while watching a TV show or something like that, or listening to an audiobook. Habit number 8 goes along with my goal to lose 50 pounds. I want to eat low calorie and track my food again. I was doing really great when I was on my weight loss grind of tracking food through the Lose It app, and I fell off of that, and I want to get back to doing that because when I track my food, I'm a lot better, and it's so motivating. I know that that's what works for me. Habit number 9, I want to plan weekly and daily to keep up with appointments, side hustles, and just all of the things. I have my 2024 planner that I absolutely love, and I spent a lot of time customizing it. I started with an undated planner from Etsy, and then I added things like my goal planning sheets. It allows me to create a mood board every single month. I have vertical weeks that I can put fun stickers on, as well as I have created my own daily planner sheets. I will put a picture of them here, and they are available on my Ko-fi page. It is kind of at a pay what you want model. So if you want to get it for free, you just put $0 in there and you can download it. And I love it. I have been printing them out and writing on them every single day. I do like to have a new one every day. There have been a couple days that I didn't use it, which is why I don't print them out in bulk. I do it like every couple of days, two-sided, and then I can hole punch it and put it in my planner. But the way that I set up this daily planner is it has, affirmations, gratitude, a spot to write notes on things, a spot where you can kind of fill in what appointments or what you kind of envision the day to look like, and a to-do list. It also has a spot where you can track the weather and kind of how you're feeling in the morning when you woke up, or whenever you're filling it out, like what your mood is like. I absolutely love my daily planner sheet, and I hope that you like it too. Number 10 is a financial habit, and that is I want to DoorDash to make $200 per month until I can get a side hustle to replace that. I came up with this number because I realized one of the things that keeps me from doing it is because I work all week long. The last thing I want to do on the weekend is go work some more. And to make $50 a week on the weekend it just feels like way too long of work. But the kids do love it. It gets them out of the house. They have fun. They like to go in. They like to carry the orders out. They get to, listen to music in the car. They absolutely love doing it. I just get exhausted. But I realized something. $10 is like 1 to 2 orders, and that's pretty dang quick. So instead of doing it always on my days off, if I do it 5 days a week and I do 1 to 2 orders a day, that can easily get me $10. That was my goal of last week, and I did $20 in the day, and I think I did like 3 deliveries total for the whole day. $50 a week, whether I'm doing it in one day or spreading it out through a few different days, will get me $200 per month, and that will help me to put money in my savings to pay off debts. Number 11 habit is to use Notion to track my goals, habits, and routines. I love Notion. I just don't use it. I have a beautiful Notion dashboard, and I spend a lot of time on it, and I never use it. And that just does not fly with me. I want to start using Notion all the time to keep track of my TBR, the shows I want to watch, the goals that I'm trying to meet. I have a whole section for YouTube for my content calendar. So my goal is to use Notion alongside my physical planner. And habit number 12 is to create and maintain a morning and a night routine. That has been something I've been working on a lot this week in terms of my night routine. I mean, I'm still getting better at it. I need to incorporate more self-care. So I want to be in bed every night between 11:30 and midnight. But one thing that I make sure to do every night is to quickly pick up my house and do the dishes, because I don't want to leave anything for the next day. So I figure out what the kids are wearing for school, and I lay out their clothes. I figure out what I'm gonna wear the next day, and I lay out my clothes. I make sure my dishes are done and the house is picked up, the kids' backpacks are set up, and those things have made my mornings. I've been doing this since It's only been a few days. Tonight I'm filming this on Wednesday and I started this on Sunday. But the last few days waking up in the morning have been great. It has just made my mornings so much smoother, and the smoother my morning is, the better my day is. And my mood the last few days has been so freaking great. And the other thing I do every night is I write in my 5-year journal. It just gives you like a few lines to write out how your day went. And I've been loving making that part of my nighttime routine as well. So I always want to start with my morning routines, and then I realized the problem with that is that I need to start with my nighttime routine to prep my night for my morning. So after I really feel like I have a solid nighttime routine, then I'm really going to focus in on how to incorporate my mornings to achieve more of my goals. Okay friends, well I know that this video was a lot longer than I intended, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear what your goals or habits are that you are looking to achieve this year. Well, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of really fun things coming. I actually have 2 other videos that have been filmed and just need to be edited and uploaded. So, you know what to do, friends. Go write some words and read a book, and I will see you very, very soon.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.